Hi everyone, welcome to healandlearn.com. My name is Zorina and today I'm going to be talking about fear, or rather how to get rid of it. So by the end of this video you'll know 3 tools of how to get rid of fear, and these are logical tools, mind tools and spiritual tools. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and also hit the bell to get notified. So we've all heard the saying, fear breeds fear. But the opposite of this saying is success breeds confidence. Tool number 1 is to actually take an instance in our lives where we were successful, because this is an energetic pattern that we can copy and paste to the future or to another aspect of our lives. Let's say we haven't had any professional successes or any successes in business before we start this new endeavor. And yet we need to copy this. We need to copy it either from an existing pattern from our family, something that we have seen happen and experienced, or we need to copy it from our past experiences. See, when I was at university, one of the professors said, you know, one of the benefits that you get here is that you deal with so many case studies and you're confronted with so many problems that it brings confidence in you that when you finish, you can actually deal with whatever they throw at you in your professional life, because you've built up on this confidence. And it's the same thing with love. If you've had a success that you've experienced at some point in your life in love, you can copy this success as an energetic matrix and just copy paste it to your current situation. So how do you copy paste actually? By invoking the feeling that you had when you were successful and placing it in your imagination of the outcome of the situation where you're in right now. Let's say you felt very exhilarated or very much loved and at peace, depending on the certain case. And now you want to feel the same way. You want to get a positive outcome again as well. You take this feeling and you take the memory, you invoke the same feeling, then you keep the feeling, but you replace the image of the situation where you would like to find yourself in. So now they're connected. The feeling and the new image are connected, and this is how you copy-paste confidence and you eliminate fear. The second tool for eliminating fear goes completely against all logics and all rules of positive thinking, and it's actually to imagine the worst case scenario. Many people don't want to imagine the worst case scenario, but this will help you emotionally, because once you face the fear and what would happen if your worst fear comes true, how would you react? You would be prepared emotionally. Imagine, for example, you're afraid of bears. Then you imagine a bear coming in your house and you start petting it. This is how you eliminate fear. You start doing the opposite, or rather you change your expected reaction to this fear. And this is rule number 2. Change your expected reaction. This changes your emotional state. Once your emotional state is changed, your thoughts about a certain subject changes, and your thoughts change your actions, which changes your reality. So in the end, the way you feel creates your reality. Once you eliminate fear, you change the reality of your love relationship, you change the reality of your business, or whatever you're working on. And tool number 3 is very practical. It is to eliminate fear based on facts. You actually sit down with a piece of paper and you start writing out, or you clearly imagine and you start planning. Just like you do in business planning, you know, realistic scenario, best case scenario, worst case scenario. What do you do in the worst case scenario? If whatever you're afraid of happens, how would you react? And you start describing it. And this is called healthy pessimism. And you'd be interested to know that in the US, I can't remember in which university exactly, there was a psychological study done on pessimism versus optimism. And, you know, in nowadays society, optimism is something very much praised, but there is also a level of unhealthy optimism when you have too high expectations. And as a matter of fact, the ones that are that are taught to be optimistic the whole times are the ones that are the most depressed, but because they need to put a happy face out there in the society, but deep inside they're very lonely and depressed. It's just not accepted in society nowadays to show your depression, or rather to show that you may be pessimistic about something. And yet there's a certain group of people that are called healthy pessimists. And the healthy pessimists plan out well in advance. They plan their next step, and this is how they feel internally prepared, that they know exactly what to do in case something happens. For example, my mom is an example. She always says, I run before the wind, because she's always prepared with option 2. If something that she's working on or some situation that she's facing doesn't work out to the best scenario that she has envisioned, she already knows what steps to take before the worst case scenario has hit. So this is called healthy pessimism. You can maybe Google it and find out more about this study. It's really interesting. I hope these tools were useful for you. Let's recap them. Tool number 1 is under the statement, success breeds confidence. So, pick up a success that you've had and copy-paste the emotion from this success to the situation that you're working on. Tool number 2 is to face the fear in your mind and change the reaction, your expected reaction in your mind, which will change your emotional state. And tool number 3 that we just talked about is the healthy pessimism. Really write down the worst case scenario of the situation that you're fearful about. Let me know if this was helpful. Thank you very much for your time. Please subscribe, hit the bell button, and check out all our experts on healandlearn.com. We have amazing experts in all areas of life. If you're interested in spiritual clearings, energy clearings, weight loss, psychology, NLP, beauty and charisma, access consciousness, life advice, you can find all of them on healandlearn.com. Thank you.